We have a GDP measure of the U.S. economy and also of the state?
Yes, so GDP is broken down. Normally we hear the United States economy, but we do break it down. So we'll have Northeast, Southeast, West. We can do it by city, state, those types of things. So, for example, North Carolina. Between 2011 and 2012, we grew by 2.7%. So a lot of news industries just rounded that up to a 3% growth rate. For the Southeast, it was around a 2% growth. So we were ahead of the Southeast average. Now for our neighboring states, Virginia, they grew by 1%. South Carolina grew at the same rate we did, and Tennessee grew more. So they grew at 3.33% growth. So we're right in that average. Everyone's kind of close together.
Fair to say then that if you are growing, if you've got a growth rate in your GDP, you are on a more prosperous trail than if your GDP contracted.
True, yes. So when you contract, that's what happened in 2008. We stopped producing, we stopped selling, the economy shrunk or contracted. So that's when we saw our GDP go down. We had a -% when they say the economy shrunk by 1%. That's what they're talking about there, that GDP did not increase, it decreased.
You've done some really interesting analysis of the different sectors that are driving North Carolina's economy. And I got to tell you, when I looked at your list, the first thing that popped out at me was the number of times that manufacturing was on your list in different areas of the state, because I think, Sarah, that based on the last 10 years of history in North Carolina, a lot of people might mistakenly believe that manufacturing is on the decline in our state. Some people even saying it's dead. Not true, according to what you've come up with.
No, it's not. So when we talk about GDP, we want to look at that city data. And so a lot of our cities like Raleigh or Charlotte tend to take the bulk of that because they're the largest. So they have the largest economies in the state. But if we look at some smaller areas, Winston-Salem, for example, their largest driver of their economy is manufacturing. Durham, that Chapel Hill, that area, manufacturing also drives that area. Burlington, especially with the furniture industry there, manufacturing is driving that industry as well.